Hello everybody and welcome back to Pleasantview. Today we're going to be taking a tour of our functional prison, which is over here, actually on the edge of town, near the landfill, away from all of our residential and commercial areas. This is a residential lot because of the way the prisons work, and we'll talk about that as we take the tour. So this is the Stony Correctional Center. So let's take a look. Alright, so this is the Stony Correctional Center. I did build this lot from scratch because I could not find one to renovate that sort of suited my needs. So I'm just going to take you around the outside here so you can get a look at it. So let's take a look from the top down. So if you look, this is a two-story building. So the top floor has the cells here on the right. There are 6 cells. It has a small laundry room right here, and it has the shower room for the inmates. Over here is the eatery, and then in the back here is the religious room. Now, to be honest, I did not expect to have to use this lot so quickly, so there are some things that I need to finish with it, which we will do as we play it since Gordon King is going to be moving in very soon. One of those things is, of course, this religious area because it's very bare. We will look at that more when we do the tab tour, but let's take a look at the bottom floor. So on the right-hand side here, we have the workroom, we have the rec room, we have the visitor area, we have the entryway with the small visitor bathroom. This is the staff office. And this is the outdoor recreation area for our inmates. And then over here is a small apartment for the warden or the guard, whatever you would like to call them. So looking at this from the front, we're actually going to look in the residential area first. Like I said, this is a residential lot because of the way that the prisons work. The prisoners are here overnight, so our guard or warden must also be here overnight. I haven't found a way to make prisons work on a community lot yet, so this is what we're going to be doing. There is a small kitchen area, a small living area, a small bathroom, and a small bedroom. This is obviously designed for one sim. And it's very bare because I didn't know who would be moving in here. So when somebody moves into this, they can of course make this their own, but the apartment is provided for them. That person will not have to pay any of their salary or anything, any rent. This is provided for them for their service. Let's go back out to the front. Now, like I said, there are still some things that I need to do to this lot. One of the things that I would like to do is to remesh the control points. I already did some edits. I remeshed the memory icon because I don't really like the one that comes with it. So some of these have been changed, but I do want to remesh all these control points. But that is not a priority. That is not necessary before we start playing. So here is a tiny bathroom for visitors. This is the waiting area if people are coming to visit our inmates with a sim blender. And then this is the staff area. We'll go in there in a second. So visitors can use this room. Visitors can also use this room to visit with our inmates. Our inmates are also allowed in this room during visiting hours. These are the doors that come and the controllers. You will see these throughout to make the prison mod work. I will do another video, a separate video on how to set up the functional prison. When we actually set this one up, I will record that and make it separate from the gameplay video for anyone who's interested in that. So this is the indoor rec area where our prisoners can come during their free time. And you'll notice an empty desk here. That is because one of the other things I haven't done yet is create a prison-specific computer. So I was going to essentially make a copy of the in-game computer and disable some of the options on it so that our prisoners could not use it for everything that is available to be used on it. And I just haven't done that yet. So I might put a regular computer there in the meantime. Over here, this is the door that leads to the residential apartment. And that is, of course, a visitor controller since we don't want lots of people showing up. So this is where the staff sit during, this is just the staff office, nothing fancy, and honestly probably won't get used that much, but prisoners are not allowed in here. Over here is the workroom. So this is where the prisoners will work during the day. Right now it has a bunch of robotic stations. I may change these out so that some are robotics and some are something else. We'll just have to see. I haven't decided yet. I just threw these in here for the time being. This is an inventory transfer vase so that we can transfer all of the crafted items to the warden for sale, and that is how the prison is going to sustain itself. I also want to remesh this and replace it with something that doesn't look like a fancy schmancy vase in our very raw looking prison. Again, not necessary for play, but it is on the list and I will do it eventually. This is the outdoor rec area where our prisoners can get some exercise when the weather allows. So it just has some exercise mats, basketball, so that they can do that if they want. And now let's go upstairs. So this is the second floor. When they go up the stairs, there is of course a door here so the prisoners cannot go downstairs when they are not allowed. And on this side, we have the eatery. So this is where the prisoners will get their food from and sit and eat all of their meals. And then in the back here, we have a religious room, which I had not finished. I just kind of threw it together, but this is where they can come to pray whenever they have time and would like to do so. And now if we go this way, this first door here is the showers and the laundry hamper, and this is where the guard can sit to supervise as needed. They do get some privacy. And then this is a small laundry room. I did pre-populate some soap. And then there are 3 cells in that direction and 3 cells in this direction. I won't show you all of them because they're all the same, so I will just show you one. There is a single bed, a prisoner toilet, and this is the prisoner token where we sentence them. And actually, on that note, let me do something really quickly and then I will be right back. Okay, so here we are in the Watcher Religion room again, and in here in the corner, I just threw these judgment scales of judgment. This is a custom item that I created that I have at my town hall, which allows Sims to be sentenced. So Sims go to this and they choose the level of their crime, and it will tell them what their penalty is, including fines, community service, or nights in prison. But I just realized when I looked at the prisoner token that our NPC and townie Sims have no way to be sentenced since I don't play them prior to them coming to prison to take them to town hall to be sentenced. So, for example, when Gordon King comes here, since he's the first Sim to be going to prison, I have this here so that he can be sentenced and we will know exactly how many nights in prison he will be serving. So I just threw it in this room for now. Obviously, it doesn't quite match. I may need to make a second mesh for this to put it here somewhere in a way that is less, that doesn't stand out quite so much. I thought about putting it in the staff room, but it needs to be somewhere where the prisoners can get to it since they have to go stand in front of it. So that's why I put it in that room, but perhaps there's a better place to put it. So as you've seen, there are still several things I need to do for this lot, but it is fully functional. There is nothing missing to make the prison work. When I move in the NPC that will be running this lot, we will set up the prison, all of the timers, what time they eat, what time they have to go to different areas of the lot, all of those things. And I will show you how I play it. If there's other prison videos you'd like to see, let me know. But I hope you've enjoyed seeing the Stony Correctional Center. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video.